Okay, we got this. So, yeah. If you don't want to play this because of this, then don't play it. And if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. This is a warning to you. I figured we'd play a cat game because I have a cat. And I have my cat plushie, so. Do not take this cat home. We're playing an itch game. You're not having a great day as usual. Man, that's sad. Sounds like a teen. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right? You turn to head home when... A meow! Huh. What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. I need chapstick for this. And the tail keeps like popping every time I breathe. It's like you timidly enter the alley and walk forward. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps seem louder and more confident than you actually feel. Meow. That's how my cat sounds. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, why do they always do that, is a cat. Huh, guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Oh, I'm gonna take it home. I don't care. I'll take you home. So cute. Yeah, you're coming with me. And it definitely knows it. You've never had so much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. But if they're all like this one, especially if it's a black cat, I love black cats. See. It's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. I mean, I do. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves a cat in a cardboard box these days? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? Right. The cat doesn't answer you, obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. I'm gonna take the cat home. Let's go. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Meow. Oh, you're all alone and well. I'm kind of the same boat myself, so... You bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it into a shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food and then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and you're living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it is just a cat. Ooh. I still have a migraine. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores a new environment. That music is very distracting. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat to you. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. Why would it? Like, if he's just not hungry. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. What, 50 cents? It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of the thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread, toasted. Mayo and mustard spread. Lettuce and cheese and turkey, perfectly placed. Tomato slice. Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up on the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows pointedly at you. Huh. Don't worry. I'm alright. It's just in... You watch as the cat starts to... No! No, kitty! Click lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. Oh no, little kitty. The cat sits back staring at you. I guess that's okay, because they do eat blood. Technically. The cat sits back staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Right? Oh, crunchy meow. Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon the cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not? It's just a cat. Ugh, I'm out of breath. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your finger's cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while trying to watch TV, you gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. I really hope you can hear me over this music, because holy crap. Hold on. Oh, we can actually turn that down. Why is the music so loud? Sorry if you didn't hear all that. I'm not going to go back, but you can hear me now. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner, untouched. Meow. Meow. He's getting mad. Come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes around the corner into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe Vet will have an idea how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have any other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and... the lights just went out. Great, just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. You check your cell phone only to find it's out of batteries. I don't like that you can see the bar down here, so ignore it. Don't look at it. You check your cell phone only to find that it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving it out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed up with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn and check the clock. Kitty! It says kill. Kill. I think it said hello? The cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. It's going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's still alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing. But its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. Go away, headphone. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat at the cat. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But as soon as a thought enters your mind, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes that hold you still, even with your flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large, round, inky pits. Hey, the flashlight flickers. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence punctuates with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart. Is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense of everything that's happening, that order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator preparing to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. Can't read. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered, "Let's play." Right into your ear. I did feel it in my right ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out now that you can. Not that you could even if it did. You could stay here. You have to run. At this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action, but you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in haste, and you fall into the ground. Ooh. A sharp pain explodes on the center of your foot. At first you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pulling underneath it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicably open door screech to a halt, as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife, and still tainted red from your earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor, but to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you left it. Ah! When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife. It spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. Hey, kitty. It pads lightly over to the knife, as if skipping in delight. Oh, it's eating it again, and bends down to lap the blood dripping from the blade. Ah! Senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths. Let's say breath, that's weird. Discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight at the stray you'd taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood. Golden eyes slide up to you as in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You heard. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if it just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red. But there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The house, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. Hurts. You can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all around you, all over you. Not when the road ahead is darkened by a Not when the road... You can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running because... If that cat right there ahead of you, then... If that's the cat right there ahead of you, then... What in the world is behind you? Keep running. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Oh, it begins. Oh, that was cute. I don't think I'm going to play that anymore because it's whatever, it's too long to read, but it was really pretty and I liked it. I like the little kitty, I'm going to pet him on the head. I don't think he's the one that's actually bad, but I think he does bring the badness. I might play this another time. I like cat games, but I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.